Today we're testing the mother of dragon. We got two dragons flying around her. Look at that. The mother of dragon testing in Rengokutsu Inferno. So for her, I pull and I put in 2 lattice in the skill 3 because you need to get the level 3 to get the maximum attack boost. So I try her at 0 lattice investment. Yeah, it was kind of not it. All right, don't do that. Not worth your time. So if you want to use her properly, at least get her to level 3 in the skill 3. You can probably ignore the rest because they don't bring you the most value, especially the 1 and 2. And if you care about PvP, then you get the speed, but who can afford to do that nowadays? So skill 3, level 3, you get a bit more shield and you get more attack boost with the shield. My build right now is gonna be on Codex and Magic. They show this build in their advertising video as well, which is great because you get to reapply the shield and that will reapply the extra attack buff for your teammates. And I have speed, I have HP percent right here. I also have an extra set that give her a little bit more HP bonus so that the shield can be a bit bigger. If you maxed out her skill and then you maxed out her level and maybe you max dupe her, then I think your shield is gonna be pretty incredible, like 12k, 15k, I don't know how much, but it's gonna be big. Right now, it's about 8,000. So what is the team for Rango? Haha, help is on the way, right guys? Rengokutsu Inferno. We're gonna sacrifice a bit of stamina here to do a bit of showcase for you guys. I've been trying out a couple of different teams, and this is the one I like the most. For the first team, it is going to be Claus, Lilium, Lily, and the new Ninfoniel. I know, okay, but hear me out. Claus gonna be on the usual debuff route with Codex of Magic to reapply the defense break. You can probably go with like the one that give you 1 extra turn, you know, whatever, Dark Moon. And for Lilium, it's gonna be the raw damage build on Momentum Onslaught. My Lilium has a 1 dupe because I put in a bit more summon, okay? And max out skill 1, max out skill 3, no max skill 2. So her crit rate is not the best. If you max out skill 2, you get a bit more crit rate, so building her is gonna be a bit easier. I have Count, Fury Edge, Momentum Onslaught. I don't have Havers or Fury because I just can't get the right count shell, okay? Can't blame me for that. For Lily, I'm going in with a Alicorn shell because she gets silenced randomly and then you don't skill 3 and then you don't get the skill 3 Lilium. It's kind of awkward. All right, here we go. Big buff for the team. Another layer of buff come out from Lilium right there. The boss is Dark Element. I think this is going to be a very good rotation because, yeah, I don't know. Oh, the silence right there, actually very, very bad because you cannot reapply the extra layer of slow and defense break. But here we go. We're going to do extra damage with this one. We're going to give Lilium another round skill 3. So if you're using Knitting or Yelly, that character can do the same thing as well. I think Yelly is just like the best thing for this content because she cleanses herself and she does insane damage and she's another layer of defense down because if Claus missed the defense down, I think we all know that it's going to be over. So we have defense down once again. And then we do very good damage. If we don't lose any member in this random run that could very well happen, then the run is pretty okay. You know what? The run's pretty okay. But will I say that this is the safest team ever? I'm not too sure. A minute run right there. You can see right here, a minute run. Not too bad. And there's another team that you can do as well. So that's the team with Lily. If you happen to own Doki Doki, you can also try with Doki Doki. So with Doki Doki, you want Doki Doki to go first so that Doki Doki can actually give your Lilium turn so that she can move and she can start the turn without being hit by anything. And that is the way, right? So Doki Doki very fast right there. I'm not saying that this is like a very beginner friendly team or whatever, okay? It is a team that I try, it kind of worked out, and I'm presenting to you the team right here. So we give the turn to Lilium, we do debuff to the boss, and we start doing damage. And because both my support are on Codex of Magic, their skill is ready to go once again, which means the cooldown reduction of my Doki Doki will be put immediately onto Lilium, which is great. We get to do skill 3 back to back, so you get the Lily effect right there. So we have another round of beautiful debuff, and then we do it again. So right there, very solid damage. And now we just pray that we manage to kill the boss with another round of damage with whatever thing that we have. Okay. Because we don't have defense down anymore, and that can be quite a problem. And if you put like Bloodbath in your damage dealer, I feel like you're just not going to do the big damage that you could do with the actual damage dealing set, which is what I'm using right here. And we are still in a little bit of trouble. Maybe if you put like Artisan somewhere on your team, it's gonna be a little bit better. But at least with Doki Doki, the debuff that the boss was trying to put on you is not gonna, it's gonna be that scary. So we still can do some decent damage here. And if nothing goes wrong, like, oh, that is something that's about to go wrong right there, then we should have this one in the bag. So it's another way. I think the run can be a bit smoother if we land the defense break the second time, but it is what it is. But Sean, what about like the free-to-play team? You know, the one that you use with Vice? That can show you that. That can be shown as well. So unfortunately, with Vice, you will not let Lilium take turn 1 or whatever damage dealer you are using. You're gonna buff your team. You're gonna buff your shield. You're going to have the debuff from claws that reduce the damage output. You're gonna have attack down, but all of them are moving, and there's no guarantee your shield is gonna stay. So you don't enjoy the value that she was supposed to bring. So I think the best team that you can do with her is a team that can allow your damage dealer to go first. So you can enjoy the shield extra damage in the second turn. Okay, so here, but you don't have the skill 3 anymore. So that kind of sucks a little bit because in the first turn, all of your damage dealer is going to start using skill 1. I mean, not skill 3. So that's where they unleash the big damage. So here, it feels kind of weird, right? Like I could be using like any other support character, like Linglo, and I think the run is going to be pretty safe. And the cooldown of this character is like 5 turns. It's very, very long. So to get that skill back, it's not going to be very simple. And I'm not sure if the run is looking any safer than with my Linglo. And because even with Linglo, the run is not like super duper safe as well, right? There's going to still be RNG moment in there to absolutely mess up your run. And unfortunately, I don't think she's going to be like crush Rango in your slow team. If you're going with a slow team, then you might as well go in with like Sania, with Viper, so that your run is actually slow and safe. Like, I don't think this is going to be like the one that you use for your slow team, because her skill 1, which is the skill she's going to be using for quite some time due to the fact that you're not going to max Latisse her and have very, very good cooldown, then she doesn't really contribute like Linglo's skill 1. She heals, she cleanses, all that good stuff. But there is a way to use her without Lily and Doki Doki and still get the shield to work. And that's going to be a Fire Rin. And this character is going to provoke the entire enemy, and your Lilium or whatever damage dealer you're using will go untouched. So skill 3, AoE taunt and attack down. And if you have Codex of Magic, you can do it again pretty much immediately. Okay, here we go. Can I land all 3 attack down? We got attack down, we got taunt on everybody. Looks pretty good. You can assume that you're gonna miss one of that. I'm just saying, just gotta be real here. And we're gonna try to land our other debuff. We land the other debuff as well as the slow. So we didn't take too much damage here from the boss because we got the attack down plus the taunt, and we did very good damage. We're gonna do it again, which is very, very good. And I think it's very important to have the defense down the boss all the time. I have Halloween on my claws because my claws is not max skill, so I can't line up the defense down properly to have it ready to go again with the Lilium skill 3, unfortunately. So I'm not sure if we're gonna get it back anytime soon here for my damage output, because there is like a a borrowed time with this kind of team right here. We're not going to control the entire enemy team forever. So let's try to get the... Oh my god, that is not... Oh, we're kind of cooked right there. So I guess if I maxed out the cost skill 3, we can maybe have this team running. And I need to max out my Fire Rin as well. So Latisse and level. And that's going to take a long time. But I think this can probably work. If you have a maxed out Fire Rin, then you can give it a try, because this is one way for you to have your damage dealer move with the shield of Ninfoniel. So overall, so far, I think she is gonna be okay-ish for this content, but not like the most amazing thing. Like, I think this team right here with the claws, the Linglo and the Vice is still like really, really good. Like, how did this guy get it down to like 1 minute? That is actually pretty crazy. Oh, he got He got a level 5 claws. And his Lilium is max dupe, max skill too. You know what? If you have like a max dupe, max skill damage dealer, she's gonna be pretty amazing. But that's not the only content you can use her, right? You can probably use her in other content as well, in other dungeon, like let's say Shadowfame Hoyan. You know, you buff your damage dealer, you do the usual Shadowfame Hoyan thing, you turn down the ads, and then you start defense breaking the main boss, and then your damage dealer, you know, the thing right there, hopefully it's gonna absolutely one tap the boss with the new shield thing. Yeah, that's not really gonna happen. Like, I mean, it could do some nice little damage, but I wouldn't say that she's gonna make or break your other dungeon farming team. You can probably use the same team, and you don't really need to build her so that she can be like an easy solution to the other content that you're already beating comfortably, I would say. So maybe she's gonna be the Rango solution that they want you to believe, or maybe not. I'm not sure how good she's gonna perform in other content yet, but right now, I guess she is fine. I'm not sure. I use Dot Team for this dungeon, so Dot Team will take care of this thing very, very easily. I think Basby, who can extend Dot, might be pretty good if you don't have Shadow Sania in this particular dungeon, and I think she's gonna do anything like crazy or special in particular for this content. Like, I guess that's fine, but you know, you could do that before her in the game. So I don't think you need to pull her for like the order farming content. She's gonna be like god tier for Nikon Nana, okay? Like immunity, so you don't get stunned by the ads, the extra damage, the extra sustain. Like, she's gonna be god tier here. But then, do you really need help in this content? Maybe if you're a new player, then you start a game, you see her banner, you can pull her, and she's gonna probably open up Nikon Nana Inferno for you really, really easily, and that's gonna help a lot. Maybe. For other dungeon, I don't have any problem queuing them with the team that I'm using before Lily, before all the fun things. I can deal with them just fine. So maybe she can be useful in Aurora because she's a blue healer, so her element is already making sense in this particular dungeon, and she's gonna provide your team with attack buff. Let's say you're using Rosa, for example, you have extra shield, extra attack buff, so that might really help you out. And also, if you're using Revelation for your Rosa in this content, then the Revelation is gonna do even more damage with the extra attack buff that you are getting. So here we go. We're gonna witness some nice damage from Rosa, maybe. You know what? Decent amount of damage onto the boss right there. And maybe she serves a purpose in here. Look at Rosa damage in this content. That's pretty good, right? I think that's pretty good. And she can reapply the thing so that you don't run out of the extra damage. Like, look at that. That's pretty fire, I gotta say. But do you need help with Aurora? I'm not too sure. Maybe you do. Then you can give this one a try as well. I can show you the gear of my team real quick. So maybe in here she's going to be another option to make your Rosa hit like an absolute truck. Rosa is going to be on Revelation, and my attack stat is going to be pretty good. We have crit damage in here as well because we have defense down on the boss. My Rosa is 4 dupe in though. Okay, and my skill 1 is level 3 as well, so the investment into my Rosa is pretty good. Okay, I'm not sure if her damage gonna blow my mind in Doki Doki, so we're gonna give that a try with my Revelation Rosa as well. So we CC the enemy over there. We're gonna buff our team with the attack immunity, so if I miss a CC, then I don't get, you know, disturbed by the enemy debuff. That could be a pretty big plus. Here we go, double attack buff. Probably not worth. Probably not worth, but maybe if you're using Remoka, your Remoka is gonna absolutely slap. I don't have Remoka for this content, but I guess you can. And buff Remoka from the balance patch together with her double attack buff. I think if you're using, let's say, Freya before, then you can replace Freya with, you know, that character who can make your Remoka hit even harder, because there's a chance you're going to miss your Nightmare, right? You never know about that. So the attack buff is going to be like super guaranteed for your Remoka to demolish Doki Doki if you're using her in Doki Doki, which I'm not sure if you are. I'm using a different kind of team with Revelation Rosa and Revelation Messiah, so she's probably going to want to help me in there per se, because Tsukiyomi is probably going to be a better option. Other than that, is she a very good PvP character? I think we need a separate video to discuss that topic. But that is for me for now. I would say overall, I'll give her like a 7 out of 10, maybe somewhere around there. Like, if you pull her, then she can be okay to use in certain area of the game. If you don't pull her, then you're probably gonna be okay. What about Batsby? I'm not too sure yet, but we are still 30 summon away from pity. Let me accumulate some summon and I'll be back with you, okay? I already spent money to Latisse my my Ninfoniel, so let me go back to McDonald's, get a shift, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.